this and going to be very helpful against the, I guess, the Sven and the Void, especially the Void being able to jump in and get that lockdown.
Now, speaking of jumping, again, they Fisher Fenrir too late. Mugi's a little bit low in HP. If he was a bit higher, he maybe dives that tower, goes for a Mana Void against the Scarab. Feels pretty good, even at level 1, but not going to do so. He's doing pretty well. 500 gold. He already has his Perseverance, so he's just waiting on that Demon Edge to get the Battle Fury. Again, remember, they decreased the cost of the item, making things a lot better for the Anti-Mage, along with all the other changes they made to the hero. And now he has a double damage to work with as well. He's looking to try to fight Paparazzi, perhaps, who has his Mask of Madness. The Moonlight Shadow will come in. Paparazzi sees him, and now he needs to run. And I don't think Paparazzi's going to stay any further. In fact, Mugi's going to try to take some of these last hits. He needs to be careful of that Ancient Prowler Shaman who does so much damage, especially early on in the game, but he will back up and farm the enemy jungle instead, so cool stuff there.
Yeah, Paparazzi just taking all the safe farm on the map, not really exposing himself to too much risk. Lamb just gonna come grab some levels up top. Not really a whole lot, you know, not really too much action, a little bit of posturing and stuff going on, though we do have some big abilities coming up and some big items. You know, that first Chronosphere from the Void. This
is a problem for Lanham. Mana Void should come out. They won't get the dual victory, but they will get the kill, which is really important for KP to get involved. And he's even closer to his flank dagger now. They kind of baited it. KP was getting run at a little bit by the Enchantress, and Mugi was hiding. He still had that DD, and him getting the kill is also really important. 1,200 gold now. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Fisher comes out. Kaka and SCCC have to be careful. Homing Missile will get put up. They're looking for a Chrono. Young 11 has it. Doesn't pop it yet, realizing the leap is still there for SCCC. And they will have to back away now. They'll try to take down the Homing Missile. Another leap away, and they get it. 26 gold going to Faith. He's rich. He's rich.
He's done it. Nice to see the interesting, and I think pretty nice to see the Anti-Mage getting involved early. You know, he does decent damage. That's about it for this stage of the game, but kind of all they need to find a couple of these crucial kills and accelerate him even more, while his safe lane is just constantly under siege.
Speaking of which, that safe lane tier 1 tower is gone. Now they might lose Kaka as well. They have the Chronosphere, but the arrow is going to hit. They're going to turn on this. They have no Echo Slam, Enchant Totem. Starstorm does more than enough damage. Here comes the Mystic Flare and the Ancient Seal, but still alive. The Grave will come out just in time for Faith. Fisher, Paparazzi needs to be careful. Echo Slam coming in the Enchant Totem. Kaka might die for this, but they'll still get 2 kills. 2 big ones in the course of Vici Gaming, and now Fenrir is going to get chased down as well. The arrow, that would have been sick if SCCC hit it, but he can't find it. Faith, no Poison Touch for 20 seconds. Now the call down coming in. Ori trying to turn this. SCCC, he's going to get silenced up. He's got the Homing Missile on Faith, so it looks like they're turning for him instead. No leap for SCCC. Actually, if they know that, they could have gone for the kill. In fact, he's really low, but they won't be able to get that done. Not yet anyway. They have another hero coming in. It's going to be Lanham. He's at the shrine, which of course SCCC is going to pop. Lanham is a little too far away. He will drop a ward down. That will get them some vision. They'll Moonlight Shadow. They'll know this is happening. And now Ori has to back himself away. He has a TP scroll if he needs to use it to get out. And he will do just that and head to the top tier 1 tower. The scan comes in too late. KP, if he had a blink, perhaps, if he blinked a little bit earlier, he could have found that kill, but it would have been very difficult. In the meantime, the AM has finished up the Battle Fury, so quite an interesting turn of events there for Newbee those past couple of minutes.
I mean, that was they'll take that trade, right? The 2 supports for 2 cores. Very nicely done by Faith and Kaka there, especially Kaka running back in after the Grave, getting the Echo off, and shutting down Paparazzi a little bit is going to be really important, especially with the nature of Sven as a hero, right? He just kind of... He hits this really insane peak, but then past a certain point, it does feel like he starts to get kited a little bit more heavily. So going to be very important for Vici to kind of line up that timing as best they can. Because I think the late game is pretty clearly in favor of Newbee.
Yeah, they're feeling pretty good right now, even in terms of the early game. Smoke up from Young 11. Here comes the Chronosphere. Maybe they were looking for Faith and more. KP, who was in the tree line, blinked away. Now Newbee know this is happening. They see Paparazzi. SCCC can try to arrow him, but he walks into it. He walks into it. Here comes the duel as well. The Starstorm's going to come out. Fisher coming in. Paparazzi's dead first. And now they've dropped the call down, and Kaka might be in trouble. It'll be 1-for-1 trade. Still pretty good. They're looking for a Chrono onto 2. Young 11 has found it. There's the Mystic Flare. KP's in trouble. Ancient Seal onto SCCC as well. He can't leap away. Not yet anyways. Getting very low. Sticks up and stays alive. The Homing Missile. Another jump away. He's got no more left. He's bottling up now. The Homing Missile is going to do some serious work. And it's a double kill for Fenrir. The Arcane Bolt. Finally, the Chronosphere comes into good use there. And Young 11, again, making these giant plays for his team to get him back in it and get a 3-for-1 trade.
That was tough. They had everybody up there. Newbee were not anticipating that Vici would have all 5 right around the corner. Great chrono. I was just about to mention, like, oh, 13 minutes, we haven't really seen a chronosphere just yet. Young 11 not having too huge of an impact, despite some pretty decent farm, but shows up big, so I'll have to eat my hypothetical words there. And Newbee just back to defending their tower. That's at least the one nice thing, is that they do have pretty decent spam between the Shaker and the Legion Commander, so they can kind of slow down the pace of this game for their anti-mage, who is looking pretty darn good already.
Mugi, 7
only 15 minutes, actually.
Yeah.
He's doing really well.
He is farming extraordinarily well. I do want to bring up a topic that we were kind of talking about in the draft when we saw the hero picked, which is the Skywrath Mage. He has double null tally already. He's going to get treads. We talked about how he kind of slows down a little bit in the mid game, perhaps. But in terms of his farm, he's looking pretty good for where he supports Skywrath Mage. He's actually above that of the Earthshaker. Kaka's not really getting the most farm in the world to begin with, but still, Fenrir's did a really good job kind of combining it with Young 11 to find a lot of these kills and get some farm for himself.
Yeah, I wonder if he might actually just go and complete the Veil with the 2 nulls. Enchantress is actually going for an Atos as well, so just between the 2 supports, Vici will have a ton of kill potential, which is always a really nice thing to have. I mean, they can't, can't really be said to go.
Echo Slam comes out, but he gets Ancient Sealed, so he can't complete the follow-up with the Fisher and Chant Totem, and he will get dropped down. Paparazzi, that he actually has his Blink Dagger. It was revealed there. I don't think he used it, so they might not have noticed. Meanwhile, top lane, Lonim's about to get dueled. There it is, and a Mana Void should complete this up and get them the dual victory, and it will, and Mugi will get the last hit, which secures him even more farm, as they have a Yasha, but now they will lose their tier 1 tower mid, potentially, as the Glyph will come in. Paparazzi still has God Strength for a moment longer, and 1-for-1 trade across the map of the tier 1 is really the important thing, and maybe we have a tier 1 trade coming in for both teams.
Yeah, Young 11, not really a hugely impactful play, but nice little heads-up play. He tanked the arrow for the Sven in that fight, saw it coming, and I knew that he could just dive in front of it, so no opportunity at all for me to get that kill. Kaka now,
He is
found out.
In a lot of trouble. Silenced up. This Ancient Seal has actually done a lot of work against Kaka. Fenrir has been on point. It's in fact level 3, so the silence duration is 5 seconds. It's quite considerable for somebody like an Earthshaker who won't even survive that long to begin with. Nice little kill there from Vici Gaming. And
Lamb knows exactly what's going on up here. He's like, KP was kind of hiding in the trees a little bit. I don't think they had kill potential, but he enchants the creep, sends it right in, and says, "Look, guys, I know what's going on. Just get out of here."
You're not fooling anybody.
Yeah. Lamb having a pretty darn good game on this Enchantress. I feel like we've seen some Enchantress and Chen like fall a little bit flat in its face from time to time, but actually today has been quite good with the Chen play and the Enchantress now. So he's looking solid. I haven't seen exactly how the distribution's been working out in terms of who's been buying the wards. I would guess that it's probably still Fenrir doing the majority of the warding, but it does seem like Lamb's helping out for sure.
Yeah, he's trying to get some extra space for Fenrir to complete whatever he wants. That Veil, like you talked about, is probably the next item on the list, but he's still a ways away after getting the treads, which is kind of an interesting choice. I guess it gives you tankiness and maybe more intelligence to work with if you want it, so it's not like you don't really see treads too much on a Skywrath Mage. You usually can't get to that point, but he's farmed enough that I guess it works out, so I like it. Yes, it works as well. And Cock is dead. Ancient Seal, you're dead. They've killed him like 3 times in a row because of that Ancient Seal. Not that he would have survived anyway, but still.
This poor guy's blink just keeps getting set further and further back, which is definitely worrying if you're Newbee. At least the anti-mage is farming really well. SC also doing decently. This ward is being so value for Vici as they now scout the Moonlight Shadow being popped, and will be able to back up a little bit.
They don't see KP walking in. He was looking at the tree line. I think he almost found KP. And Fenrir. Arrow's going to come in. We'll see Fenrir. Will he go for the blink duel on him? They actually scout KP, I think. They're sitting here. Young 11, now he sees him, I think. He walks up a little bit further. They're looking for the chrono.
Oh, empty chrono.
Oh, a whip. What a leap away from SCCC. The duel comes out, and Young 11 is in trouble. Mystic Flare. The Grave comes out perfectly timed. Echo Slam. It's actually turning disastrously for Newbee. They're going to lose 2 at this point. 3, in fact, as KP gets dropped down as well. Fenrir was waiting for the Mystic Flare drop. They were waiting to jump back in. Paparazzi coming in and blowing away another. He's going to find Faith. 4 are dead. Vici not only take down 4, they're going to get the tower more than likely as well. And Mugi just has to farm top and do whatever split pushing he can as Vici obliterate the rest of Newbee.
I mean, Mugi farming a bit, put some pressure on Young 11, but he just jumps away, and Vici so well in terms of having their heroes in the right place at the right time. Very patient waiting in those trees. And pretty well, not surprising, but just goes to show the kind of position that they're in and the kind of peak that their lineup is hitting, that they're able to win that fight with a completely empty Chronosphere.
With Chronosphere, yeah. That's impressive. I was thinking, okay, this fight is over, but they turned around, they had the Mystic Flare at the ready. It was a good grave from Faith, but like already that pretty much kills the Legion Commander because she gets super low. They have Paparazzi jump in, and of course Kaka gets silenced again for the millionth time, so he can't get his combo off. And
oh my god, these wards from Vici. I don't know if they scouted this. Oh, maybe they did scout this smoke as well. Oh man, Newbee, just every rotation.
Yeah,
getting spotted. I think this one's mostly for wards, but they would like a kill if they can find it. But Vici might just dangle some bait once again.
Yeah, Lanham is the bait here. Duel gonna come out. He misses the blink. Actually, it's time to leave. And Chant will come in. The call down will slow him, but he won't get hit by the second tick. Here's the Moonlight Shadow. The Atos coming in. They will hit the arrow onto the Centaur Conqueror. Paparazzi now chasing him down. They should have detection available. They're trying to chase down Faith instead. It will be able to get away just narrowly. KP's not going to be so lucky, of course. Tri-Teeth being around the side, but there's a ward here along with the Sentry. So they're able to get at least one of those kills. In the meantime, Moogie will split up the map. He will continue to farm. He is the, I don't want to say lone bright spot for Newbie, but they need him to do a lot of work this game, I think, for this Radiant team.
Yeah, that is for sure. He's going to be going for the Ags next, so makes him a little bit more difficult to catch while he's split pushing, but at the same time, Void is going to be going for a Shadow Blade, so it is still going to be possible. Young 11 picking up the pace in terms of the farm. And Newbie, once again, maybe looking for something.
This could be big if they can get this kill. It's not going to be easy. Ore is an SNY. He's very fast. And there still is no blink for Kaka.
Yeah, it has to be like a Fisher arrow or just a random arrow, which is not a reliable initiation. And Young 11, he's itching to use this Chronosphere. They're going to go for a smoke from mid.
Yeah, they have a pretty good idea. They have a pretty good idea of where some of these heroes are, although Faith is going to tank it. Not the hero they want, but they'll use it anyway.
Interesting that they use it.
There's the Mystic Flare. I was going to say, they're really holding on to these abilities, but they did finally drop it, so... No Grave, obviously, available for Faith, but it is going to be Chronosphere down. Will give some room to work with for Newbie. And I don't know if that really is going to matter, honestly.
Yeah, and Newbie is starting to become pretty synonymous with just Moogie at this point, because he's the one kind of... He's carrying all their hopes and dreams. He's got almost double the net worth of anyone else at his team.
Well, let me put it this way. Can he 1v5 them at any point in this game? Like when he gets more farm? Like, is there even that possibility?
I think maybe, yeah. I think it can certainly happen. You can definitely burst the gyro or the void quite easily. Sven might be a little bit more of a task, but it's gonna take a while to get to that point. And it's not like, I think the other thing is that because he's playing against the Sven, he's not actually building that much of an advantage over the Sven. Paparazzi really wanted to go on Kaka mid probably, but in the end,
it's alright.
Realizes that Fate's right there.
He reuses it for Roche anyway.
Yeah, efficiency.
But
Vici just cruising. Their timings are lining up perfectly. They're getting all these items. They're locking in towards BKBs. Already BKB up for the gyro. BKB can be up for the Sven in one item's time. They give the Aegis over to the Void, which I quite like because the way that their fight could go really badly is if, say, Void gets dueled and blown up, and then they kind of get chased down from there. So making sure that they guarantee a decent chrono pretty much every fight. Or in this next fight, it's going to be a big deal.
They're going to go for the duel, but this is kind of a bait. BKB came out perfectly timed from Ori. That is huge. They were waiting for it. They baited it up the entire time. Fisher will come in, but they will lose KP. It's time to leave if you're Kaka. He's dusted. No. He will be in the Moonlight Shadow, in the tree line, safe and sound, at least for now. That was his blink reveal, or at least it should have been. Moogie's still going to get chased down potentially. Young 11 has no... He actually has Chrono in 5. Moogie needs to be careful, but... Man, that BKB timing from Ori and the ward. KP was sitting right underneath it there, and wow, beautifully done from VG.
Did Kaka try and go for the enchant totem first instead of?
I didn't see.
Straight. He didn't echo him, so he must have tried to. Oh, they want this Sven.
This is so dangerous. They're gonna find him. Oh my God, they actually get the kill. Echo Slam used bottom. That's huge.
That is a sick pickoff.
Wow.
That is a really sick pickoff. They're even playing down here with relatively little vision. If you switch it over to the Radiant Vision, they just have this one ward over here, but I think they probably caught a glimpse of a couple of heroes running off to the side.
Yeah, I think so.
And they kind of knew that, oh, this Sven is probably alone down here. He's just expecting to shove that wave, that exact wave that he died for, and then blink away, and he'll be home free. But
yeah.
Really good job by Kaka sticking around a little bit longer.
Yeah, that is excellent work from Newbee to find that kill. In the meantime, Sven will disconnect. It looks like he's having some computer or lag issues, one of the two. And Moogie getting involved in that kill. He's actually 3K ahead of the Sven. He has an Aghanim step now. How can they lock him down? I think Chronosphere is really the only way, short of breaking the spell reflect. Yeah, it seems to be about it. You know, do they have anything else to lock him down with? Not really, right? I get again to break the spell reflect for Moogie, so he's
popping
pretty strong.
Popping the Lincoln's effect is pretty expensive for them, I guess. I mean, I guess the enchant maybe is like a good way to activate it and then potentially lock them down after that. But then still the Manta style to potentially deal with.
Right, and I even forgot about the Manta. Yeah, the Ancient Seal now, which was really good at the beginning of the game for killing Kaka, is going to be really hard to use it on the AA. You don't want to silence yourself first and foremost, and then even if you get the silence off of him, he's just going to Manta it off. So that is actually a very good point. So Chronospheres are going to have to be pretty good. We have a pause for a bathroom break. It looks like Faith saying somebody's in the bathroom. We'll take a second here. So again, I mean, it comes down to Moogie and Kaka now with a blink tag. Right? I think Newbee can easily get back in this game. They're only down 5K net worth. This is not the end of the world for them. They're going to have to find some big duels. They need to get Vision back in their favor. Maybe even get a gem. Would you say that an idea that you would go for Newbee, potentially?
Yeah, I'd be okay with picking up a gem in this kind of situation where you just need to buy some more time to split the map, you know, kind of keep your heroes safe, because a couple of crucial pickoffs from Vici is going to completely snowball this game so that they can keep, like, get through 3, take the shrines, etc., you know, usual kind of high ground checklist. But
right,
there is some, you know, there's some other stuff happening for Newbee as well. It's not just 100% the Moogie show. Like, once KP picks up this Blade Mail, they have quite a bit more kill potential on the Vici cores. All of them, that's the one interesting thing about the Vici lineup, or I guess the Legion Commander this game, is that all of the Vici cores actually hit relatively hard. So if you can get the Blink Blade Mail duel off, KP can actually still remain relevant later into the game, even without that much farm, which is one of the nice aspects of the Legion Commander this game. But yeah, we will see how these next few minutes play out. It's going to be very interesting.
Yeah, the real question is, what do they do with this Aegis? They would like to take down towers. They would like to find this anti-mage with a Chronosphere. Obviously, like you mentioned, the one time where Vici can just straight up lose a fight is if they lose the Void and he doesn't have Aegis on him. They don't have Chronosphere, and all of a sudden that fight kind of just ends. It goes Newbee's way, but instead he will have the Aegis to back him up, and it looks like Vici will move together. Young 11 Shadowbladed for a moment. Now they will rotate everybody in mid. Fenrir, by the way, I think you guys just saw this, but he just purchased up a Veil of Discord, which is really going to add to the damage that Vici have already, especially the Gyrocopter. And they will move to the top of the map. Moogie is, of course, split pushing. He's got the Manta Illusions to come through. He has Blink. He has the level 20 Talent Blink Uncontrollable Illusion, which is pretty nice. They need to be careful, though. He might be able to get out, but the rest of Newbee need to position themselves in such a way where they don't get caught by the Smoke of Deceit gang coming in. And they're about to find, potentially, Dazzle. But he's at the tier 2 tower. Vici will drop a ward down, and it's going to be spotted by a sentry. So they know that they are smoked up and in this vicinity. So finally, Newbee have an understanding of what's going on, and they can maybe play a bit more cautiously here.
This is nice. They're getting all the lanes into a pretty decent position. The other thing to mention is that Vici's high grounding is not that good, or their siege potential is not that good. You know, they can throw some Enchantress creeps at it, they can steal some catapults, Gyrocopter can maybe chip a little bit, but that's not really what their lineup is built to do. And in the face of the Newbee spam, it is going to be pretty difficult for them, I think, to make it up onto the high ground. But this is a really crucial moment, whether or not they can force Newbee back, because they're split pushing on 2 different lanes.
Yeah, exactly. That is a problem for sure for Vici. They'll have to choose.
Fenrir doesn't have a TP.
They might lose. They're going to lose one of these towers. We'll lose both of them. It looks like they're TPing back bottom. Illusion's doing a pretty good job, but they're both in deny range, both of these tier 2s. I think KP's going to sit top, wait until the wave pushes in, and go for a last hit on the tower. Looks like that's what... Nah, he's TPing. I'm kidding. He's got his Blade Mail now done. That's That is a huge timing for Newbee to get that type of rotation. Yeah, they take the tier 2 in the mid lane for Vici, but they don't lose anything else, and they're going to get 2 tier 2s out of it eventually. These will count at some point in the near future. Anyway.
All right, so Moogie's got his basher now. He's getting pretty scary.
He's large.
Yeah. What's Sven going for? I think Paparazzi keeps switching his decision in terms of his item. I saw the Lincolns before, then I saw the Daedalus queue up. Now he's back to Lincolns. The Lincoln seems like an all-right choice, but we may already be getting into that section of the game where we talk about this starting to fall off, or his impact kind of starting to dwindle relative to his net worth.
Well, he's gonna try for Moogie. Spell Reflect comes out instantly, and he's out of there. He manages as well, just to make sure he stays alive. In the meantime, Moonlight Shadows 11 has spotted Kaka, and actually vice versa. He's gonna try to get out. His Aegis is still up for another. Actually, it's gone now. 1 second. So this Aegis getting reclaimed.
I'm trying to understand, careful. What is even the point of casting Stormhammer there? Like he BKB'd so that he could cast Stormhammer, and then when it reflected, it wouldn't stun him. But
I don't know. Maybe
he used his 10-second BKB for nothing.
Sometimes you gotta just be reminded about how mechanics work. I'm sure there's a reason why he did it. I just can't think of one off the top of my
head. Does he think that it works like Lotus Orb?
I think so. I think he thinks that it's just gonna.
It's Lotus and Lincolns.
Yeah, exactly. I honestly think that it was just a small mistake. It is the 10-second BKB.
That's 10-second BKB, Travis. That is no small mistake.
Listen, I'm not disagreeing with you, Askip. You know what? I just don't know what else to say. That's it.
Yeah.
I just don't know what else to say.
Paparazzi's such a good player as well. It's like, to me, it seems a bit uncharacteristic, but I think it also reflects a sense of frustration with the position of this game. Vici they were cruising. They were taking big long strides, and now somehow they're like lost in the woods, and they don't know where anybody is. They can't kill anything. They can't seem to get off of their side of the map. They're looking at the fact that they had this Aegis just before, and they're like, we're super strong. It's getting whittled away. They're getting there's some guerrilla warfare going on from Newbee. They're right in their element.
I certainly like this move. Vici are nearby, so if Paparazzi jump, they're gonna try to bait this. Nice, you Stormhammered yourself. Now he's gonna get dueled. There's the Abyssal. Was that a bait? I don't think so. I don't think that was a bait. I maybe gave them too much credit there for a moment.
What was that?
They will have a chrono onto Moogie. The damage. Mystic Flare coming out. He has the resistance. He is pretty tanky. There's press the attack. Echo Slam. Counter initiation from Kaka. Moogie's still alive, but he's going to get dropped down. Beautifully done. The Ancient still coming in, and Kaka now in trouble. They're going to get a double kill for Ori. Maybe it was a bait. Maybe I spoke too soon. Vici Gaming. They find the Anti-Mage. Sure, they lose Paparazzi, but damn, what an initiation from Young 11 again.
All right, time to go. Let's get these lanes out. Anti-Mage is dead for 60 seconds. How much can they get? How much can they get done? I mean, maybe that was a bait, but that also just looked so strange. maybe the first one was a mind game about like, oh yeah, I don't know how your Aghanim Scepter works. Like, yeah, he was doing the next level.
Dude, it's the long con.
Next level mind game long con.
That was the longest con I've ever seen, but it worked. Meanwhile, Young 11's gonna get dual blade mailed up and killed. You're right, they do a lot of damage. I mean, Young 11
to themselves.
Hitting himself. Yeah, exactly. He just destroyed himself. They didn't even need the Shadow Wave from the Dazzle. It just owned him.
Yep. KP just taking his hand, slapping Useless Void in his own face.
Yeah, stop hitting yourself.
Stop hitting yourself.
Exactly. So we've got a long con. We've got people hitting themselves in the face. This has been quite the game so far. 2K lead for Vici. What was once about a 6K lead is dwindled. Paparazzi, like you mentioned, he has slowed it down significantly. Still working on this Lincoln Sphere. Trying to figure out how Stormhammer interacts with the Spell Reflect of the Anti-Mage Aghanim Scepter. I think he's figured it out now.
Don't worry. Once he has Lincolns, then the reflected Stormhammer will not stun him. Oh, he's jumped. Well, the arrow. Paparazzi gone.
Yeah, he's dead. See, there's the Abyssal coming out for Moogie. And now they're going to take Roche. What a really timely respawn as well. This must not have been too long. I didn't even check the respawn timer. I think it just came up. So Roshan's going to get taken down. This is Aegis and Cheese, by the way. The perfect Roshan to find if you were Mugi and Newbee. So at this point, Vici now, they lose their Sven yet again. And they cannot get to Rosh in time. This will be an easy Aegis and Cheese for Mugi. So, anyway.
And now well, you asked me if the Anti-Mage could 1v5, Mott, and I think we're getting to that point.
Yes.
Almost 24k net worth. A lot of the time, it's SCCC who's really the big carry for the team, but you know, this is a pretty grim reminder that Mugi can also do the exact same thing. You give him one of his comfort heroes, you give him the right situation, and he can completely take over the game.
Yeah.
And Vici, I mean, they just look a bit lost. They got the support sitting in the base. The Gyrocopter, knowing that they can't really fight without the Sven, is just furiously pushing out the bottom lane. But
it's getting a bit tough. It's starting to feel like Young Eleven's going to have another massive Chronosphere here, and things will get a lot harder because, again, Mugi will get more farm. He's almost level 25, and he could just get another plus 25% spell shield at that point. And then you really can't kill him. Although, I don't know. We'll see. He has 24,000 net worth to the 18,000 of the Gyrocopter, so they'll try to make it go onto the SCCC. It looks like Aegis will come out. That'll break the Lincoln Sphere. He'll leap away again. They really want to take down this homing missile. It's going pretty speedily. They'll press the attack now. Throw an arrow. Looking for the Chrono. He will find it. And the courier along with it, so you're getting it done. The Grave will come in. SCCC has Cheese to work with. They're going to try to turn, it looks like. Mugi's in the back lines trying to jump in. Now he's going to come through. Ori has no BKB. Link away. Now he's going to get jumped on. There's the spell reflect. Echo Slam. Kaka. Great jump in. There's going to be the duel. They'll take one down. Paparazzi. He cannot win this man fight. Now Ori's trying to do the same. Still has the Aegis to work with. The Abyssals back up in 15 seconds. There's the homing missile. The Grave will come out. Press the attack. And Paparazzi gets bashed up immediately. He has no mana left. And Mugi will take him down. It's going to be a 3-for-2 trade. And now Lana's going to get jumped on as well. The Untouchable might save you for a moment. But Mugi is about to jump in and get another bash. The Atos spell reflected on Delanum. He's trying to do whatever he can, but the Urn will take him down. 4 dead for Vici Gaming. SCCC will certainly be happy with tanking the gank and then getting Mugi to just go ham. As now it looks like Newbee will try to take a set of racks along with Mugi owning there.
can somebody like link Vici the description of how Anti-Mage's Aghanim Scepter works? I mean,
Well, not this game. One's going to get caught, won't get killed. The buyback did come in. They need to be a little bit careful. Mugi, he has Aegis, but he's not necessarily unkillable. Well, maybe he is. Maybe he is unkillable. He has the 25% spell shield. He will continue to take these illusions. He will continue to push out the wave. Aegis is still there for another like 2.5 minutes or so. The tier 3 will fall. Now they can either choose to back or have Mugi go to work on the racks. And it will be the latter. Although Young 11 is coming in, he doesn't have Chrono for the 20. And I don't think Mugi really cares. So,
That's got a Abyssal in 2 seconds.
They're dual with Fisher perfectly timed to find or even the butterfly. He can't. The Abyssal coming in. If there's the mana void, he'll have to buy back. Well, extremely. 11 has his Chrono back in 5 seconds. He's delayed before Newbee. They will lose Kate on the other side. Nice done. Kaka might get caught here. Boogie's going to jump back in looking for a first hit bash. Just get it back. Can't find it. Chronosphere forces come out, but this is just going to be for an Aegis in the aim, and they still got Paparazzi on the edge, and so Paparazzi's in triple health. Mugi now. He still won't even lose the Aegis. This is so problematic for Vici. They have to back up now, and they can reset on Newbee's side. With Chronosphere now down, they can heal everybody up with this turn charge, and like there's not left, but still, Mugi is unkillable. They skip at this point. It is just too difficult to deal with this man right now.
Mugi.
Yeah,
He's putting in so much work. I mean, his team also doing well. I gotta give the Kaka and KP some props for the movements and finding the pickoffs and really making Vici afraid to go and shove out these lanes by themselves. But at this point, the game almost seems like it might just be a foregone conclusion. The Sven is not really all that scary anymore. They can't kill the Anti-Mage very reliably. The Gyrocopter is doing his best to survive and doing some decent damage along the way, but you know, there's no way that he's going to outcarry at this stage.
No, agreed. And the problem with the hero we talked about a lot too. Anti-Mage right now is in a really good spot in terms of balance. He would take some hits of emphasis as he was working on the tier 3 tower. Aegis is only up for another 30 seconds. So they really want to use it. And Kaka, like you mentioned, they've done a really good job. The Fishers with KP being involved, really good. I think if Newbee get 1 kill at this point, they pretty much win the game. 1 kill, I should say. Atos will come out. That'll keep him for a moment, but he is still fine. Aegis got to press the attack game. Grave to work with as well, and Newbee will continue on to this Rax bottom. There's not really anything they can do. They've silenced him, they've thrown everything they can. The Abyssal Blade onto Ori, just to come in from the stick, but still, they're really trying to use...
This is down in 5 seconds.
4 seconds. He needs to be very careful. He's going to back up. Shadow Wave will come out, and now, if you're a Newbee, you just back up. You're happy with what you've accomplished. You wait till it's Roshan. You take the shrines, and then you go from there. There's no real reason to get too aggressive, I think, if you're a Newbee in this situation.
Yeah, I mean, if Newbee is still feeling worried at all, I feel like he can just grab a BKB as his last item, and at that point, I think he's completely untouchable by VT. Could consider grabbing like Butterfly or something instead. Probably has more or less the same effect. Right. The Gyrocopter's got an MKB keyed up, but it's going to take him a little bit to grab.
Yeah. And Warrior's done a good job this game. I mean, he's done everything he's been able to do. It just... This is anti-mage, the anti-mage effect, in fact, giving enough room for Mugi to essentially like 125. I mean, that was a double damage from him. He's actually about to blink on 11. They might actually get this kill if he's not careful. And now they want to go on him. He blinks away in time. His MKB is done. He has 4,700 gold. 30,000 net worth. My God, he is rich. He's rich.
Yep. There's no other way to put it, really. He is... he's huge. But Ichi, what are they doing? They're kind of playing together, doing their best. Oh, Paparazzi.
Paparazzi might be dead. And there's the Abyssal. He lost all of his mana. He does get off the PK before the Mad Void comes out, actually.
Can't pass him.
Like it bashed up. Too much damage coming in, and they get a duel. Kronos coming a little too late. They even have the Grave, I believe, up in KP. He's still in trouble. Will get dropped, and Mugi's just 1v5 again. There's the Grave coming out. He'll take down Young 11. Ori's doing a lot of work, but SCC is in. He's going to get one. Echo Slam comes out. Lonham is dead. SCC gets the double kill, and they'll find the triple to finish the game. All 5 dead from Vici Game and Newbee. They will take game 1 in this best-of-5 series.
Great. I mean, just great resilience from Newbie. Right? They held on. They found the crucial pickoffs. One pick